Yeah.
It's oral fixation Friday.
Not holding your peace.
No, I got a fidget Allen key and some gum. My vape is dead. It's gone. This is day one. I'm not irritable. You're irritable. Fuck off. But we're here to talk about crypto automated betting on iconic markets with the new Autopilot.
Yes, sir. I think it's good. The vape. I've never been a vape guy, but
it's stupid. I've been off and on for 2 years, which is like, so I'm not an OG, but
yeah,
it's dumb. It's dumb. It doesn't really do anything for you except for make you weak and enslaved to the So it was time. It's part of my process of getting shit together, heading into a time when I want to be optimal. So I'm working out since May, down 15 pounds, putting on some muscle, quitting the vape.
Great.
Like, it's a win, you know? It's a win. Fuck the market.
Big win.
And grab your wins where you can. And then the rest flows from that. So, yeah, we haven't talked. You and I specifically have not talked, maybe briefly like a couple weeks ago, but like I haven't seen you in months, dude. I miss you. What have you been working on?
I miss you too.
What have you been working on in the corner there, the shadow?
We're just grinding, dude. We're working, building business. Just it's crazy. It feels like definitely crazier during the bear markets, I feel.
Yeah.
It hasn't been quiet at all. We've been busting our asses. So
I'm feeling that this month. August, July, honestly, the back end a little bit boring at the fun and stuff. But like September, it's like a bull market right now. Everyone's calling us up like, "Hey, we got this new project we're about to launch. We're take a look." And I'm just like, "Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff cooking right now." September was like steamrolling back into action.
Yeah, I mean September's typically not a good month for crypto, if I'm remembering correctly.
No, September sucks. Wake me up when September ends.
Yeah, and then like for like traditional markets, at least US wise, like October is notorious for being a dark month.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, I mean, you know, the 87 crash was October. October, I think, was back in 29. I just think October is like notorious for being ominous, but I'm not sure if overall, like if maybe there's just a few bad events in October, but overall it's not terrible. But
I much prefer Uptober.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get it for what it's worth, but it doesn't matter what I think. Point is, I'd be shocked if we just never lose this 25K level on Bitcoin, and just like
again,
like if we just don't lose it, and like just nuke it. I mean, it just seems weird to carry all the 2023 tourists up to the promised land. It seems more likely that we just puke them out. So that's my high level thoughts. Like, if we're going to go above 32.5, I think there's a really good chance we go below 25, 24, 23 first.
Yeah.
And so I'm just operating from that. But like, I think we could get a really nice midterm swing here. We already kind of started one. Let's take a look at the charts.
You know what it feels like to me?
What's up?
We could do anything. It feels like it feels
reasonable.
Illiquid. No, I mean, like, it just more than ever. It just feels like there's, you get one or two kind of big orders in there, and I think it can move, and it just doesn't feel like there's any real, lines in the sand anywhere where any big liquidity provider is kind of, has an axe to grind. It just feels less liquid overall.
Yeah, let me pull up a chart that I closed earlier today. The old hash ribbon. This is like just a big old range I stuck on the chart that I think is kind of the playground.
I want to see like a W here. You taught me about the M's and W's. I'm looking for W's.
Well, you got the W here. Absolutely gorgeous post capitulation And there was actually a lot of W's within that. Like this is a weekly. Like there were some really nice dailies going on in there. So that was a great trade. Kind of fading up into this thing on lower momentum was not too hot. And let's actually zoom in. I don't know if we got the M. I think we did. Yeah, technically we did right here, and it's just been the spring since. So springboard up.
I don't want to know. We don't want
the latest letter of the alphabet we have seen on the weekly is an M. But anyways, this is just a fat old cycle bottoming range to me, and the lower we get into it, the more comfortable I feel deploying. I mean, uncomfortable, but like technically speaking, this is the win zone, and I think it's really weird to me if we just never puke these lows. Possible. So my escape hatch would be to just like pretty much put whatever I've got left in at like 32, 31. Because I think I think from a technical perspective, once you break above here, I mean, there's resistances and whatever, but like, I think that's accumulation done, and we're just gonna chill and move up. So we've talked a bit about that on the channel. You're obviously, my guess is, I'm gonna go on a limb and say you're not trading too actively right now. You're focusing on the builds.
Yeah, I'm not trading actively at all. But I'm definitely, as long-term bullish as ever. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask you, man. It seems like word on the street is you are no longer a bull. So I'm going to get Robbie in here to set the record straight.
Who said that? Bullshit.
Guys were fucking around in the chat. They were just like, yeah, no, I heard he's not a bull anymore. And everyone's just like,
oh my God.
Rob Levy's been shaken out by a 4K drop in Bitcoin.
No dice.
Imagine.
Dude, I'm such a bull. Like, it is not going to matter if you bought between 20, 25, 30, 35. It's just not going to matter in the end. It's going to be like that 2001 Amazon entry at $1.80.
Yeah. $10 doesn't really matter.
I mean, it doesn't. Bitcoin and ETH and Solana, they're on their way to the promised land in the long term.
Yeah.
Short term,
stretch that tail out as long as we need to, but God damn it, we're gonna get there.
Short term, there's some fucking weird stuff going on. I mean, the bond market, you got people talking about these bear steepeners and thinking about what's going on with the long-term rates relative to short-term. And I don't know. I mean, it's just, there's weird shit. Like it's just not the same kind of market that we've been seeing the last 10, 15 years.
Not the one we were born into, or myself anyways. I mean, you were around for a while. I just showed up in 2017. It's been up only equities pretty much since then, other than COVID.
What do you got on the screen there? That looks sexy.
I've got something that's really fun to play with on rainy days. Like when I personally don't want to, try to because I don't think I'm going to catch like a 1020x.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to catch the swing trades, but in the absence of that, messing around here. I actually just did a contest before we logged in. Made 16.
Dude, let's look at that fast Bollinger, fast Stoke reactive streak. I kind of feel like we should fire that baby up. It looks like
we're just going to turn it on. So walk me through it. For anyone who has not been made aware, this is the Autopilot feature on Iconic Markets, Moonwrecked 2.0, if you will. Basically bots, strategies.
Yeah, I think you go up into the right menu at the top right of it, of that specific.
Okay, whoa.
It was that specific pre-configured one.
Yeah, I gotta close this up. Okay, here we go.
So in the menu, right there, and I think you can add it to
custom strategies.
Yeah.
So I click copy to my strategies.
Yeah.
It seems to be doing a little work here. Yep. And then.
All right. So now you can go.
I'm just going to delete this older one. Didn't have anything going on there. Okay.
You can run it. And what I would do, maybe put $1 as your every
$1.
yeah, now save change, now run it.
So just leave it as it is, you think, and see what's
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
And it's gonna run on the 1 minute.
it will run on
I mean, I'm set
the
to
1
5.
minute. Oh, you've got it set on the 5. Okay,
Yeah,
I
so
like
here
the
we go.
1. So then, yeah,
Entries,
I
limits,
mean, and we can walk people through this and show them. Let's like, I think we should take a step back and talk about, like, you know, moon rect in general, because it is.
let me run it though. I want to talk about it while it's running.
Let's
Click here.
Yeah. Did it run?
Hold
yeah,
on.
So not, yeah, what's up?
Is this the one? I just realized it's called My New Strategy because I copied it over, but then I deleted one. I wonder if that was the one.
I think you deleted the wrong one.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I think you're on up only.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is not.
It's not bad today. It looks like we're gonna squeeze up. Watch, accidentally awesome. Let's go see. Am I in a contest then? I don't know if it ran yet. Okay. This is Rob walking me through Autopilot, by the way, for the record.
Right.
So if I look new, it's because it is. It's brand new. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna go to pre-configured. I'm gonna find the one I want right here. Reactive streak, fast Bollinger fast strike.
Yeah, but let's go
66% win streak. All right, I do want that.
All right. I mean, fire it up.
Okay,
it looks
copy.
like I'm gonna guess that one, because there's 3 indicators, and we can get into this, that it probably enters into fewer contracts than some of the others.
Yeah.
But I think
you run it. It's not just automatically in a contest.
Yeah, it's not
time.
gonna, and that, yeah, and I think we can talk through some of this stuff, and give the viewers a little bit of background. But why don't you go to the Moon Rect tab instead of Autopilot, and let's look at Moon Rect and show people the original parimutuel contract that was created.
The baby. Now about to graduate, I would say. It's grown up a bit. I'm just waiting for it to run. I want to run it. Okay, I'm gonna just click run. Yeah, let's do 101 walkthrough.
Okay, let's go up to Moon Rect. Like, I think next to the iconic thing on the.
Welcome to 1 minute.
There we go. Oh, I love it. I love the colors. I love this product. So for those of you who haven't seen this Moon Rect is the original parimutuel event contract that we created, and we actually have a US patent on this product, on this continuous string of parimutuel event contracts like this. And what we're looking at here is basically, every 1 minute here, every 1 minute candle is a new contract, a new event contract. And users get to choose moon or rect. Do they think that candle is going to be green or red? And basically, the settlement price of one candle is the strike price of the next candle. So let's say the previous contract settles at 27,000, then that's the strike price, the line in the sand, the over under for will the next candle close above or below, and we call it moon or rect. So the idea here is this is legitimately every candle throughout the day. So the 1 minute candle, there's 1,440 of them every day. There's 1,440 minutes in the day. And basically users, global users, no US users, but global users outside the US can bet on every single candle in the Bitcoin USD pair throughout the day. And it's novel because it is this new standard of event contract where, parimutuel is the type of betting payout structure where the odds are determined by how much is bet on each outcome.
Yeah,
so
the moon is paying 3.5x. I'm unwrecked. No
shit. So
that's
that
looking
means
green. They're gonna get it.
Yeah.
3x, 3.5x. Damn.
I mean, that's a big deal. That means that people were pretty sure, or betting wise, that which one is that? I can't see. I'm a boomer. My eyes are getting
The Bitcoin 1 minute was just gonna trend back down for a bit.
Okay, so 3x. So it paid 3x to if you were on Moon, you got 3.5 extra money. I mean, that's It was a major underdog. So what does that mean? It means that you can watch this and you can track it and you can kind of see in real time almost what is the betting sentiment on the next candle. And when you see 3.5x, that means that the betting sentiment was pretty strongly weighted.
There, you can see it now.
Yeah, it going lower.
Mm-hmm.
And
so there was $400 bet on Rect, and there was only $150 bet on Moon. So obviously the payout for them is bigger if they're right.
Correct.
So I martingaled though. I was like, I feel like we're just gonna head down here. So I took the down. So I won the second one, lost the first one.
Yeah. I mean,
and now we just gotta win the third one. We're gonna go down.
This is
I'm gonna keep this streak going. 10 per. Let's go. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm in.
So, we designed this Moon Rect 4 years ago, and we really it. It was kind of before its time to be built on the blockchain, right? At the time, we had just seen CryptoKitties take down Ethereum, this sort of contract. It wasn't, there wasn't really a home for this on chain at that point. But soon thereafter, Gunny and I, we started learning about Solana, and we thought that Solana was the perfect chain to build this. And we called it the parimutuel protocol, and Hxro Network, built its parimutuel protocol where these event contracts, these parimutuels, are all running on chain. And what we wanted to do was bring this new standard of transparency, of fairness, of openness to these great event contracts. And that's what we've done. And at this point, every single instruction of this program that lives on Solana, you can go and verify. You can go look at every instruction. You can go look where every bit of USDC is flowing in Solana between these contracts and pools, and everything is immutable and 100% transparent. So this truly is a new standard event contract in this marketplace. And we think, and so do other participants who have been building really cool stuff, we think that this has a tremendous amount of potential for various different applications, and we can get into that, and we can get into what we've been doing the last stretch of months. And last week I was in Barcelona at the SBC gaming conference. There's a ton of exciting stuff being built right on top of Hxro Network and on top of this protocol and Solana, that I think people are going to be really, really shocked to see how we're bringing in not just the DeFi ape world into Hxro and into Solana and just on-chain gaming, but really bringing in the masses of Web 2 users who won't even necessarily know that they're using crypto or blockchain rails, which is one of the most exciting things for me while we're standing at our booth at a big conference with thousands of people like we were last week in Barcelona. So
yeah, I saw that video. The parlays is trippy, dude. The 3-streak parlays, that's kind of cool.
It is. I mean, if we think about, like, honestly, the world of blockchain and what applications, what networks, like what can bring in, users beyond you and I. Like, we've been in crypto, right, for 5 years. Like, we're part of that little group of, it's like we're in the monkey house all living together, but we're part of a small subsection, like of the global user base. Like, millions and millions and millions of people are using contracts just like this, like betting contracts, up, down, green, red, all that stuff all day long. Millions of dollars spent just gambling, betting on platforms all day long. And what we're able to do, like, there's a real issue with trust, right? I mean, we've seen it now with SBF, we've seen it with other platforms, but, like, we're providing a trustless product for people where they can go and see and prove that they're not getting screwed. Everything is fair. And it's extremely important. I think in the future, we take it for granted at this point, but in the future, it's going to be more important to people because, unfortunately, scammers and all that, it's never been easier for people to pull off heists with tech. But, on the flip side, tech is making it so users can use provably fair and transparent products also. And that's what we're here to provide them. So, we were looking at automated trading before, but that's just like, one thing about Hxro, which is so exciting, is you build a community, you build an ecosystem, and, you buy your products and by the way that you, present things, you get a lot of smart people come in and like, they see potential in your product and they start building stuff on it. And that's what happened with the original Hxro bot, which is, now called Autopilot. And it was some early French users who built this, automated trading platform where you can look at different indicators in the market, relative strength, stochastics, EMAs, you name it. I mean, a bunch of different indicators, and you can create strategies and back test them and see how would they have performed in the last 4 hours, in the last 24 hours, in the last 30 days. And you can test them. And it's really pretty simple when you look at the 1 minute candles and the 5 minute candles of Bitcoin, for instance, and you can start to see, like, where can I potentially pick off some of this expected value that's built into these markets. So, Autopilot is one, and next week I think we've got one of the best and most active, Autopilot or HxroBot users. His username was Timus. He's going to come on and really give us some alpha and explain, how he came to build strategies with this product and how he came to make money and really, like, he wasn't even a trader. He was a financial analyst who looked at data, and he saw something completely different in this product, because, like Moonrect, these event contracts, it's different. It's trading, but it's a different style, and you never know. Like, you don't have to be a trader to kind of really look at data and try to find an edge by betting on the market. So it's really, really cool stuff here, and that's why Gunny and I are so busy. It's just there's so much to do. There's so many different ecosystem partners and people who show up, like, some we've just never even heard of, met, who come and say, I've been building this on your protocol, like, take a look. And we're like, wow, that's amazing. And it's really, like, it happens a lot, and it's happening more and more. And, like, even today, there was a launch of a DEX in a platform called Guac, which it's just a sexy site, a sexy platform. Like there's just, it's really, I think it's one of the best things about being in this industry is, the collaborative effort and how people take open systems and they just build stuff on it. And, I think that's why we're here. And, Iconic Markets is an app that's built on top of Hxro Network, and its Autopilot is, to me, it's the first of many, like really, really, really insightful tools that you can use for a bunch of different, strategies. So
every time I see this list, there's more on it. And there was a little while where I knew everything on it. I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. We know this guy." I'm left behind now. I fell, after like, I guess Pepperdex, Armada, like SpedX. Like I never heard of Price Pullers, Betcoin, YOLO Bet. Like there's a lot of cool shit on there that never heard
it
of.
is. I mean, and some of the best part too is like some of these are in DeFi and building open, and some of these are like major Web 2, like traditional iGaming companies that like, part of the guys that were traveling to Barcelona and London and Malta and these different gaming conferences globally that, it's the Web 2 folks who there's only so many like slot machine designs that they can have. Like there's 50,000 different types of slots. There's only so many like crash games, like the aviator games, like the old Bust-A-Bit style crash games. But when these Web 2 iGaming operators see, the Parimutuel and Up Down and Moon Wrecked and this stuff, like to them, it's like a breath of fresh air. They're like, there's only so many slots in crash games we can shove down our customers' throats. Like this is fresh, this is new, because what we're bringing is like it's almost like a market-driven RNG or random number generator. It's like, that's what gets people's, dopamine and adrenaline going when people are pulling the levers on slots or doing the crash game. It's like, it's their entertainment. And, for us, it's similar, but it's not just random number generator. And I'll be honest, random number generator stuff, there's a lot to be desired with respect to like the trust that's involved in trusting the platform that they're not screwing you. So there's a lot of exciting stuff that Hxro Network is doing along those lines. But what we're doing here is providing, a standard where people can go and see and prove that this is fair. And so like the YOLO Game Studio, Hub 88, Betcoin, a lot of others that you'll be seeing, named soon and adding to this list, they are looking forward to, and they love our content. And so, we're working really, really hard on technical integrations with these big platforms, and you're going to be seeing a lot of new faces coming into like this Hxro ecosystem. And to be honest with you, that's like, that's the most exciting stuff for us right now, is watching this list grow. And because this list leads to volume, it leads to value accrual to Hxro token stakers, Hxro token holders, to Solana, to the whole like greater ecosystem. And that's what building kind of in the open and building transparently brings. It is. I mean,
I just won a wrecked contest, and I'm also listening to you, but I just wanted to.
Yeah, nice.
We need to segue into the pilot. People came here to learn how to fly.
Yep.
Thank you for taking us through that, though. It's just nice to hear your voice going through it all, man. I've been a bit in the dark on the back end. There's so much going on there. And so, really happy to connect on that.
Well,
and
let's get into Autopilot. I mean,
pilot. Everyone's been watching me sit here degenning. I'm down $20, but having fun with it, and I'm waiting for this to drop. I don't know if I have to refresh. I feel like that chart got stuck. I was staring at that. I was like, wait a sec, that's a green candle, but I just won my rect. So I'm gonna just refresh that, and then we're gonna head over to Pilot.
Yeah.
Autopilot.
So, Autopilot was built by a couple of early moon-wrecked players who, everybody at the beginning, we were all like point and click moon-wrecked players, right? But what we realized and what players realize is like you can only sit in front of the screen for 12, 14 hours a day. And people were doing that early on. I mean, it was a complete riot during the original Hero beta. People were literally playing 5-minute moon wrecked for 12 hours straight. It was insane. Yeah. And it is like you get into this trance almost of like, you're looking at the chart, you're seeing each 5-minute candle come up, and like, it just is mesmerizing, and you get into this state. But, like every other kind of industry and tech in general, you want to be able to start analyzing and putting the odds in your favor and trying to enter when you think you do have an edge. So what do people do in trading, like with technical analysis, like the stuff that you do? But you look at indicators, and you start to follow indicators, and you start to like look for signals of when to buy, when to sell. And the same thing for what these two great successful French traders found was the same thing existed for 1 minute and 5 minute and 15-minute moon wrecked contracts, where they would look at different indicators and start back testing. When the EMA crosses over from the 6 to the 12, like is there a signal if I buy it, if I get long, if I take moon, like what would be my results if I did that every time that happened over the last month? And you can, they built the system to back test and say, okay, if you would have entered every time that signal triggered, what would your P&L have been? And so they built the system, Hxro Bot, and they started adding indicators to it. And, people like their little group on Discord, they fucking loved it. And they started trading with signals, and people would start really customizing and looking at order book data and looking at all this stuff to try to create strategies. And so, when we moved the parimutuel, the back-end system, and we built it on chain, which took some time, learning Solana wasn't the easiest out of the gate. There weren't that many experts on earth who could do it. But the entire parimutuel protocol is now on the Solana blockchain. And so when Iconic Markets, they hooked up to the parimutuel protocol as its backend. Now we just put out Autopilot, which is connected to the on-chain protocol. And so it's exciting. Been talking to the Hxro Bot, Hxro Bot guys, and a little quiet alpha here, but there's going to be a really big promotion for Iconic Autopilot users over the next kind of 3 months to start, like October, November, December. So I would go, I'd keep your ears and eyes open for that announcement coming up. But if
anyone's wondering, I'm setting up my chart the way I would if I was trading this. Multiple time frames. Because I don't want to just look at the 5 minute. I want to see where the trend is on the 1 hour down the 15.
Yeah.
So if you're back home messing around, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So the what Autopilot lets people do is use the data, back test, put together different combinations of when the RSI is here, when the stochastic is here, when the EMA is here, like what kind of signal does it give? Or I want to enter long when this happens and this happens, only when that happens. So then you don't have to be sitting there. You set your bot, your Autopilot, to okay, when this happens and this happens, I'm gonna go moon. And when this happens and this happens, I'm gonna go rect. And
Yeah, and I'm
matter
gonna go this many times.
Yeah.
You know, you and I talked a lot about this back in I don't know, back in the day. It was like the idea of streaks.
Yeah.
And so people that have been watching the show today, they probably notice that I'm on here. And I've been doing a few in a row. So if I'm looking at the chart and I'm saying, yeah, this looks lazy and tired, you know, we just rolled up. I think we're going to roll down. Now, I'm not just taking one candle, right? I'm going to take a streak of, you know, 5, 10 reds. But as you can see, even in just chatting with you and doing other stuff, I wasn't able to keep up with it. You know, since this squeeze up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like 7 out of 11 have been red.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to capture it because I wasn't using autopilot.
Yep. No, I
So
mean,
that's why this tool is so important. It's a 1 minute candle. Like even like, you know, run, take a piss, you're gonna miss one. So the autopilot really helps bridge that.
Yep.
And I admittedly haven't had time to dive into it. It just got launched, what, 2 days ago? Yesterday?
Yeah. Yep.
So
They just launched it yesterday. There's going to be a lot.
Even just having one that's like, yeah, like we had before, like you just click it and it's just going to go short every time.
Yep.
So when I see that kind of downswing coming, I just wanted to run shorts or Rex for like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go 16 for 20 or whatever. Like,
yeah,
that's the juice. And then I've got a few screens here in front of me. So definitely if I'm trading this thing, I would have, you know, some low time frame stuff coming up here. Probably like obviously whatever tool I have on that indicator or whatever indicator I have on that strategy. So in this case, I've got MACD, RSI. Could throw, you know, making sure the settings are the same. Like there's a little bit of digging here I'd have to do.
Oh, there's
tons,
so much, tons of digging, like in different combinations of different indicators. And that's like why I'm excited to get both Timus on the show, get Simon on the show. We need these pros. You know, I'm not, unfortunately.
I know Vega's in the chat like, RT, make us a successful strategy. I'm like, bro, that would take me 6 months.
Yeah. No,
we need some OGs in here. And there are a few. There's some real printers on the Hxro bot. So
for sure. And they're going to walk us through because it is like, unfortunately, I'm in the US. I can't use this. I've learned extensively about it by, you know, talking to our customers and our users who swear by it. So, you know, we're going to get the real pros who, they've toiled for hours and hours and hours by trying to create their strategies and back testing. And also, you know, the beautiful thing is like, there's different types of markets and different types of strategies to follow during those markets. Like think about, you know, and I remember back when we launched this, like in the heart of the bear market in 2019, even, you know, times that were extremely low volatility, right? And then, you know, at times of extreme low volatility, what indicators work best? Is it like looking at the order book where, you know, like, okay, on these exchanges, if there's a big bid in the book and it's just sitting there, like, I don't think it's going to take a lot to move below that level if there's nothing going on, you know, so you might take a little more shots on the moon side. But it's like you're watching the order book for big orders to see, is there any line in the sand that, you know, maybe you're not going to go through right now. But it's a powerful, powerful system. And the best part is that it's not like you don't even have to be a trader to really do this successfully.
Be a data scientist. Data analyst.
Yep. I mean, you're looking at expected value, you're looking at win rate, and you're trying to put together the right combination of indicators and then just go test it. You know, run the tests and look at what it did during these time frames. And so
I like that. Yeah, it has like kind of your win rate, your drawdown, your trades, losing streak, and you can then set new settings and then run a back test. And back tests, especially based on your bet size and how that affects the parimutuel product, like back tests aren't going to be a perfect thing, but they're really nice for like just sussing out your general strategy.
So
if I ate $500 in every pool, every contest, it's going to change the payouts dramatically. If I just back tested that, it won't necessarily impact it, right? So
So
Good to
like
know.
some people would start with like, even if you leave this strategy you have running and go back into the pre-configured ones, just to
Mhm.
see like, so
Oh, I think
here,
I'm
like you
zoomed
could,
in. Here, let me get. Yeah.
so you can start here and look at that one on the top left where, the default amount that it's going off of is like 0.1 USDC. So if you look at that delta divergence there, it's like, okay, you see it's over the last little, what is that? The last hour, it's done really well. So then like the pros will start looking, well, what were the conditions over this last hour? And you start to kind of make notes and figure out what works well during what type of action. And then you can like put it in different areas for, if you see the market goes into a certain type of structure or action, like, okay, it's time to look at the delta div right now and go there. So like what
You
I
start
would,
putting it into different buckets, different market state buckets, strong trend, weak trend,
yeah, and then you can
range.
start, exactly, and then you can start looking at that and start adding other stuff to it. And maybe by adding the streak to this, it might make you enter less, but when you do enter, your win rate is higher. So like you can push a little heavier. There's a ton of stuff to do here, but like, you can. What I like to do is if you see something go into like, a little pattern, then all right, I'm gonna run this delta one right now and see how it runs the next hour. And you can do that, and you can scroll down and see, okay, what else was working here. And also one of the cool things is like, if you see something that is terrible and has gotten smoked, you can go in and take the opposite.
Hate
So
it.
it's like, yeah. So you
Yeah.
like click opposite, and then you're betting the opposite way. And so there's really like a ton that can be done here. And I'm just excited to get the pros, like get Timus, get Simon. Simon is one of the creators.
We'll get them in next week. I mean, this has been like, the idea today to like really introduce, talk about, give some background, some history. So we don't just come in and hit with the hot sauce on day one. But I think, this would be a good call for me to like play around with it a bit this weekend. So I know what the heck they're talking about a bit when they come in and chat. Because I'd love to get a few strategies up and running. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it today, just sitting here like messing around.
I mean, this was, I'm telling you, for
1 for 3
for so long.
Take it back.
People don't really, a lot of people don't know about this yet. And it is like when people are going and they're looking to have some fun some night and whether they're going to bet on some sports games or bet on whatever, they're going to pull some virtual slots or crash game. Like, this is a classic betting product. And you can bet with confidence knowing that it's provably fair, it's all transparent, like you're not going to get screwed. So like this to me, and this is what these global iGaming platforms are seeing, like it's the perfect little entertaining game for folks to play, knowing that it's completely fair. So
fun fact, when I sent this $500 in today to play on here, it took 4 seconds. I sent it from like a Phantom wallet, and then I like was on the site already, and it was just like bing. I was like, oh shit, Solana.
I mean, Solana it is as good as it gets.
But iconic being receptive to that too. So a lot of times you get these delays on deposits. So that was a fun fact.
No, I mean,
test withdrawals later when I'm rich.
Solana's as good as it gets. There's no question. Like, stablecoin on Solana is like the future of payments. It's one of them. I mean, it's no surprise. Like Visa, like these big platforms are looking at USDC on Solana. Yeah.
Are you going to Breakpoint this year?
I don't. Gunny and I have been talking about it. We haven't. I know Amsterdam's a great city. Oh God, love it. We haven't committed one way or another. We're really just like literally grinding so hard that we haven't committed. We might be there.
I won't be able to go. I'd like to go, and I'd like you to be there because it's going to be badass, and I want you to have fun. But no, I think it'd be a good. I mean, bear market conferences in a way are better. They're more fun.
Yeah.
they're more valuable. They're more like badass. Oh yeah, Gunny is speaking at Breakpoint.
Ooh,
head of marketing Caitlin Cook has confirmed in the chat. That's dope.
Giddy up.
So you've got an invite, I'm sure. But yeah, if I didn't have 3 babies, I'd try to go. But
yeah,
I'm gonna save it for the.
Your hands are full. But the one thing I would tell you, and I know like it's hard talking to a US guy who can't use it like me, but we are gonna get guys on here in the coming weeks, and we got to get them in the Discord. But they're real pros with Autopilot here, and we're gonna give a really thorough rundown of how to use this, because it's powerful. It's really powerful, and also like the same sort of tech is going to soon be available, so you can trade futures on Dexterity with similar tech.
If you now that's my language. I show up to that, I'm like, okay, sick. Take a long, take a short, close it off, limit, whatever.
Yeah.
And this is new to me. The tooling is intense though. This tooling is insane for like an automation building station.
Yeah. I mean,
give me that for futures.
Yeah. So this is I mean, we're really excited about it, and we're going to have pros on here, and I will tell you, like, the promotions are crazy. Like, for real. The promotion, like, it's a double-decker promotion. You get the iconic, like, they're giving away, I think, I don't know, 300,000 Hxro just over the next like 3 months.
Yeah, from October to December.
Yeah, and that's for like just being a user. You are in the running to get rewards, like just for using it. And then the top volume users are going to get a certain amount of the rewards. But on top of that, like, Hxro Network has this initial volume incentive reward program that's all like it is slickly done on chain, and from that, Iconic is going to pass through tons of rewards through the users on top of that promotion. So it's like, it really is like helping to being an early adopter, really building liquidity on here. You are going to be rewarded handsomely. So I would stay tuned for some announcements there and check it out, because it's going to be good.
Well, if you're on this channel, you'll hear about it. We're live at least 2 times a week lately. We're getting back into this full swing. And next week, I don't know if it's scheduled yet, but we're going to try to get these guys on to talk Autopilot, Hxro. I always want to call it HxroBot, Autopilot. And and honestly, guys, take it from me, I'm not the guy to teach you how to make a strategy. I'm the guy who's coming in. I could teach you how, generally
we're going to learn though
go about making a strategy, how to test, but I haven't discovered the juice yet. But
we're going to learn.
I'm intrigued. I've funded my account. I'm messing around.
Yeah.
And I just want to get into some.
We're going to get Timus on here. Timus has given me like,
get all these high time frame charts out of here. I'm a 5-minute guy now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling, get this US market closed. It's 2:52 p.m. in Chicago on Friday. Like, close the fucking US market in 10 minutes. And you can tell, like, going into the close, I'm sure the shorts from today are closing their position. Like, let's get a little
squeeze
up only weekend. Huh?
Yeah. Heading into October.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we've been in a downtrend on Bitcoin since July 13th. Well, actually, yeah, technically we're still in that downtrend, lower high. So if we break above 27,200 close a daily, that would be, this is the bull market, bear market, bull market, like band resistance thing. We're still under that, but we're pressing up, and there's a downtrend line that's kind of holding down the market, and we are just squeezing into it. So I don't know if it's ready yet, but my God, this volume is definitely bulls in control. I am still of the opinion that we need to like take out some lows before we take out some highs, but I've been wrong before. And I might also just be coping because I was away when this came in, and now I came back, and I'm not fully positioned, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I actually kind of am. I don't know. I got a bunch of crypto stocks that are high beta Bitcoin. If it goes, I am not going to be sidelined. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways,
that's squiggly.
I know the squiggly didn't come.
Well,
this was my hopeful sort of like, how
it
we
was a
could
mini
end this.
squiggly. I mean,
Yeah, but this is crazy. I mean, we've talked about this before, but this thing was built, this study, just off these two, this one impulse, and it's just, price has been following it. If you look at it broadly on the weekly, like we're just chilling between here, what's going on there? Horizontal, put in the FTX low, fucking whole square, put in the whole top of the market. So there's been some interesting play off this thing as we go, and in that sense, I would seeing us move down this arc would be like the end of the bear for me. I'd be looking to load up, but these things are not easy to trade up, but they're fascinating to watch. So, anyways, we better wrap up today, dude. We're getting to the top of the hour. We've talked Hxro, bot pilot. Oh god, autopilot on Iconic. This is the brain fog I told you about, guys. I'm day one quitting the vape, so my brain is just fried. But
it's all right. Your brain is fried, but
I'm releasing it.
You're unfrying it.
I'm releasing it. Yeah, it's just going to be in a little shock for a few weeks, but it's been refreshing to see you, dude. We got to get you back in here for some more, just like some shit coining with us, getting into the trenches a little bit.
I'm down. I'm down. It's been a lot of travel. I know I was, Vic wanted me to come on last week, but I was manning the booth in Barcelona. I really wanted to come on. It's just,
no, it's okay. And you know what, like you said, it's quiet. It's build a clock right now. We've got a really good team here putting out content, and getting you and Gunny back into the fold for some DeltaFi type stuff would be great. We're going to get that going.
Yes. No,
energy.
For sure. We will. And you know what? There's going to be some real opportunity here to pick some gems, because the life's going to come back to this market.
Yeah. You want to know a little shitter that I'm liking?
Let's hear it.
Hxro Pepe X.
Oh my God.
Hxro Pepe X is the first coin created entirely by ChatGPT. I don't know if you know the guy Croissant on Twitter. He like put out a script. He created this script that basically had, anyways, there's a whole thread about it, and then this entire token's supply was just put into the LP with like 2 ETH on the other side. And it's just going to run wild. Run free, Hxro Pepe X. I don't know if there's a team behind it. Nobody's doing anything, but like it's meme coin purist. And I just threw 2 ETH at it. If it can double from here, I'll take my 2 ETH back, and then we can. That's only to here, dude. That's only, look at the 2x right there. Oh, so anyways, it looked cooler when it was a greener candle here an hour ago, but
you had me at ChatGPT.
Yeah, man, the first one ever created by. I'm sure there'll be many.
I know, but it's
just a meme coin.
But
yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of it. This is what the market has done to me. This is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, I know I can't keep up with the meme coins.
I've missed every single one ever. So that's who you're talking to. But I'm not going to miss Hxro Pepe X.
Who named it? Did
the chat GPT? Yeah, the AI did. It was like based on trends and volume and interest and what people like and all this stuff. The whole script is kind of an interesting thread.
That's so fucking funny. Hxro Pepe X. It's like Astro is everything to do with like the moon and space, like that whole thing. And then Pepe is just like whatever. There's Pepe coin, and then X. Remember when like there was the thing about like even with Ripple, or like if a token symbol had an X in it, it had a better chance of going higher.
APX. It's true. Actually, that was 2017 when I first got into crypto. There was just like X was like the ticker symbol you wanted. And look at that letter just above your head, dude. Their new X is so sexy. Called the Sexy X. So, yeah. Well, I've got an hour until fatherhood resumes, so I'm going to go and stretch my legs. I hope everybody watching today has a wonderful weekend. Hope you guys learned something new today. And if you're not in the US or Quebec or North Korea, you can dabble on Iconic and play with the Autopilot in advance of this contest that's coming up. It's going to be showering the world with 300. Okay.
Definitely.
Croissant.
Croissant.
I've been corrected by Dr. Helmet. Croissant.
Yeah,
no
you guys
tea.
speak. Don't you guys speak some French up in
Je
Canada,
ne sais
right?
pas parler français. That's all.
A little bit.
No, that's just says I don't speak French.
I know. But...
Un petit? No, I don't even know if that's correct. I failed grade 9 French. That was the highest you had to go in our schools, and I failed it. And then I got to be a gym teacher for my grade 9 French credit.
But you really failed.
Fun fact of the day. Yeah, I failed two things in my life: grade 9 French, grade 9 science. Because I smoked a lot of weed.
Shit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But then I went back and I got sent to the gym, and they were like, "How'd you like to help out in this gym class for the grade 9 class?" I was in grade 10, and I was like, "What about my French credit?" They're like, "You can have it." I was like, "Sweet." It was awesome. My buddies were in the class from my old school, so like, yeah, we had a blast. So je ne sais pas français, but it was grade 9 French. Who cares?
Yeah,
soon
down here in the Chicago area, we were studying Spanish.
I actually speak more Spanish than I speak French. I lived in Mexico for a month to do like an immersion. Yo hablo poquito español. Sí.
Wow.
Sí, yeah.
Very good.
¿Cómo estás, amigo?
Oh, muy bien.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good.
All right.
Good. Bien. Okay. Let's get out of here. You guys don't wait for me to cut the show, man. I am fried. I'm just gonna be kicking it here.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, guys.
Are you gonna like maybe smoke a few cigarettes to get you off the vape?
No, but I have thought about eating some edibles, drinking a beer. I don't know. I don't think I should replace it with another substance, but I'll tell you what I'm not doing is hitting anything with nicotine. Okay.
All right.
Done with that.
All right, buddy.
Take care, brother. And everybody else out there, have a wonderful weekend. Whatever you do from now until next time, always play from a position of strength.